can processing speed skills improve over time? And I just love this image because part of it is really in focus and another part is very out of focus. And it kind of shows how much support this race car driver has to do this race. And so I want you to think, if you're parents or educators, we are supporting the race car. And some race cars have an engine that can enable the race car to propel itself across the finish line, whereas other cars may not have the same kind of engine. Remember, I talked about the poppies. We're all growing at different rates and in different forms, and we all have these brain differences. It doesn't mean we're not smart. We will get to the finish line, but not in this kind of a speedy way. So I don't often see that processing speed skills improve over time when I'm working with clients. But when I work on processing speed along with other academic skills, I do see them improve through practice. I play a lot of games with students, card games. They can be homemade, they don't have to be store-bought, but I use the game Blink a lot. Have you heard of Blink? B-L-I-N-K? Blink is a fun card game for all ages, adults as well. And students, the goal of the game is to be able to get rid of all your cards. But the only way to get rid of your cards is by placing one of your cards on a pile. And the images on the cards are all nonverbal. So they're either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 images. So they're either based on color, on number, or by the symbol. So students who first play this game with me who have slow processing speed are very awkward. And again, if we do task analysis, this is a visual nonverbal input, and it requires a tactile input because students are holding cards in their hand. And the output is fine motor or gross motor if they drop a card and they have to bend down to pick it up. So it's that kind of a task, visual, nonverbal, and then fine motor response. And the students start first, when they first start to play it, if they have slow processing speed, they tend to place a card that's only number, or only the shape, or only the color. As they begin to juggle handling all three, number, color, and shape, they begin to beat me. And once they beat me, I can never beat them again. So yes, processing speed can improve, but tied to, in this case, visual spatial scanning and motor dexterity.
Marcy,
Yes.
I wanted to mention that someone in the chat brought up a game that I know you and I talked about was Spot.
Yes, spot is fine. Spot it. It's spotted, I think. Yeah, spot it. Absolutely. And you can put in all the games in the chat and we can share them with each other. Many students who have slow processing speed will never gravitate or choose a game that requires speed. They just won't. It's not fun for them. So it has to be presented, if it's with a family, it has to be presented in a way that the student is really learning something meaningful or is excited about it. But these are wonderful ways to improve processing speed. The games, if you're parents and you're playing at home, the games have to be low-key, high interest. They have to have personal meaning for your child. They have to be personally motivated to win the game and handle losing, right? So those are some social emotional issues. And it must be joyful. And the second it's not, stop it. Indicate or present it to your child that this is for fun. We're having fun. And I wish homework could be this way as well. I wish homework could be a fun period of time, and maybe you can introduce a game in between homework tasks or play a game after homework.